Alright, and I'm gonna be doing this all week. Alright, so we do understand that in the metric units, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have that note. Let's move on to 2 and 3.
Okay.
Alright, so it says convert each unit. Convert each unit. So everybody has 2 correct. You got 5,000?
Yes.
Alright, so let's look at number 3.
3,000.
Let's look at number 3. So I want you to use some space over here.
Okay.
All right, so what are we working with in centimeters?
75.
Thank you, Adrian. 75. And we need to convert it into what?
Meters.
So we got centimeters into millimeters. So notice that millimeters have 2 M's, and that's what the MM is for.
I was looking at the wrong one. What was I was looking at the wrong one.
So I feel like you were looking at meters.
I was looking at centimeters.
You were looking at centimeters, and I think you were looking at centimeters. So let's look at that. So 75 centimeters. How many centimeters, or what does centimeters convert into? If I had 1 centimeter, what does it convert into?
It converts into meters.
But how many meters?
100. No.
Why do we have our notes in front of us? So that we don't have to guess. So, Adrian, tell me again. What does 1 centimeter convert into? 10. What does 1 centimeter convert into?
10.
What does 1 centimeter convert into?
10.
There we go. That's my boys. Okay. So, you convert into 10. If I have 75, remember we're talking about writing equations out to help us with our math. If I have 75 centimeters, and each of those centimeters equate to 10 millimeters.
So you will have to make a box.
If I want to use what method?
What was the method? I used it on the TFA.
What 2 methods can we use?
Area model.
And partial what?
Quoting.
Quoting is for division. So it's what?
Partial product.
Thank you. Partial what?
Partial product.
Product. Because remember,
that's
when you
why
take
I
2
use
factors and you multiply them, you get a product. Just like if you take 2 numbers, 2 whole numbers, and you add them together, you get a sum. You take 2 numbers and you subtract them, you get the difference.
Yes.
You divide, you get a quotient. Yes. All right. So how are we going to divide 75 times 10? 3 ways we can do it. Which way should we do first? Or which way do you want to do?
I want to use the box.
You want to do what? You want to multiply, but what strategy do you want us to help us multiply? You said area model. Area model.
Box.
Area model. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the area model first.
That's the one thing I love.
All right. So area models. I have.
It's a 4 number grid, so we need 4 boxes.
So I'm going to go here.
10, 5.
This is your setup. Make sure you have it on your paper.
I need pink. I don't have room for it. Yeah, me either. So.
Do you think you would be able to write it in this space right here?
I guess.
See if you can fit it in here.
Okay.
That way your actual notes is on your study document.
Because I like doing it like a little bit. I like doing it a little bit.
Huh? Now make sure you draw a line connecting this to this. This is why I wanted it here. That way, if you look at it next week, you don't got to remind yourself where it goes. Ooh.
You okay?
Yes, it's my coffee. It's giving me acid reflux.
Yeah, I don't know where to put the 5.
Huh?
I don't.
Well, take your box and lower it a little bit, so you will have the 70 plus 5.
Hey.
Yes. All right. So now that we have our setup, we have our boxes. We multiply.
10 times 7. 70. 700.
700.
And 10 times 5. 50. I'm at 50, guys. And then you add that together, and that is 750. Hey. So I
What
was
did
right.
what did I do? So it seems like I'm the
was
one who
right.
did.
Then we need 70.
Oh jeez.
I was right. Take away.
You were right. I were
Take
wrong.
away this X.
I threw in an extra 0. Okay.
Let's John.
Listen, I always tell you I'm not perfect. And I always do the math right with you. And because I was speeding, the same thing that I
I did
tell
my
you guys
math.
not to do,
I did my math.
I added an extra 0.
I did my math.
But for Landon, you know where that extra 0 came from. I added an extra 0 because I was speed multiplying.
Yeah, Miss Chantal.
And I didn't check
I
after
was-
my work.
I took my time and I did my math. I did my math.
You did. And thank you. I'm so proud of
Oh
you.
my God.
Yes.
Yeah, take away the X and put it straight.
Fine. I will put a extra check. I'll
Thank
make
you.
sure my check is extra
Thank
big.
you.
So, yes, here. Thank you, Shotwell.
Let's go to math.
All right. All righty. How's everybody doing out there? Good, good, good. Remember, if you are done with your guided practice and your independent practice, just come up here and set it right here.
Time for the CFA.
And check into your must-dos. I will call you as I rotate these guys out. All right, so now let's look at number 4 to 6. What is 4 to 6?
Mother, the math. And 4 to 6. Math book. The distance between cities, length of flight.
Yeah, so we have the answers will vary, but they have to be reasonable. So what do you have for 4, Royal?
I have centimeters.
That is reasonable. What do you have for 4?
I use my ruler.
I use the camera.
Centimeters. I'll take that. I don't even expect you to give me specifically
Use a ruler.
how many centimeters, but thank you, kudos, because that lets me know that you're actually using your ruler and your measuring. What did you use?
I use the ruler.
Okay, what did you put on there?
I put
What? What you say?
I put 6 centimeters.
Okay, so as long as you got centimeters, you don't need to erase nothing.
I did get 10 too. I got 10 while I was measuring my things, my book.
Yep, so it's just about understanding.
Are you recording us?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, she is.
I just said, Landon, that for my own critiques, I like to record my sessions that I am teaching. Yes. It helps me be a better teacher. Because certain things I don't
And
notice.
you even have class too. You also have
Yes, it is. Education is continuous. I tell you guys all the time. Just because you turn 18 doesn't mean education stops. All right, let's jump back into this. Okay, so the distance between cities. What measurements will we use for the distance between cities?
the distance between cities. We would use. Ooh, yeah. I don't know why I said meters.
Well, because we didn't understand, and this is
I
why I
like this
said,
one actually.
and this is why I said, unlike our normal place value with whole numbers,
Because they're both big.
the bigger, the longer the measurement. So,
10 kilo.
kilos or kilometers,
Kilometers.
those are different, so they matter. Because you notice we use a lot of the same letters. We use K's, we use M's, we use a lot of M's, we use an L.
2 M's.
So we gotta start really practicing. What are we supposed to do when we go home?
Study your notes.
Yeah, so even if you just take length for a week and just focus on length, you can
No.
get it. All
My
right.
mom makes me do
6.
Out there. Jojo and Dwayne.
That's okay. Where are we?
I use 6.
Okay. We're in small group, so where should you be? In small group, not worrying about what's going on out there.
6, I use centimeters.
All right. Centimeters. What do you have, Landon?
He has a question.
For a fly. What would you measure a fly with?
a fly.
Mm-hmm.
Centimeters, yeah.
1
because
centimeter.
They're so little.
Right. Make sure whatever y'all two got going on that it doesn't, I know, but make sure that it doesn't interrupt your learning. Because whatever it is, she came in with it. Right? So it's your responsibility to be prepared. Because while you're helping her, you are no longer in front of your laptop having your instruction. I just want to point that out. So every little second counts. All right, let's go.
Yeah, centimeters, they're like so little, so
Yes.
meter.